What's happening, guys? Today we're gonna review the Infiniti QX30, Infiniti's newest line, newest baby. In partnership with Mercedes, they came up with the QX30. So today we're gonna review it and test drive it on the road and see how it handles to give you a better buying decision, an advised, well-informed buying decision. So if you can decide if you want to buy this baby right here or not. Okay, guys? So we're gonna go over it and show you every step of the way and what it's all about. So this is the QX30, guys, right here. It's a 2-liter turbo Infiniti that partners with Mercedes to produce it. Alright guys, we're about to check out the QX30. This is the front wheel drive. It's got 6 different models in it, submodels. Most of those are the lines, same power, so the same 208 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. At 5,500 RPM. Really nice for a small car. It's basically in the crossover category, and this is one of Infiniti's first dual clutch transmission, which I'm about to put on a test, see how fast it goes. It comes standard with paddle shifters, which is pretty useful. It's really nice, and it gives it a nice sport feel, you know. Really like it. So I mean, if you're just an amateur driver, you know, you want something that's quick enough, it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the fastest you get, but it's not bad at all. I was super thrilled about the dual clutch transmission. It's okay if it's fast, but it's not as fast as I would think it. But it's okay. I mean, for a stock car, it's not bad at all. Handles really nice, quiet ride. There's barely any blind spots. It's amazing. Covers quite a bit as well, and there's not a hole to it. It's a small car, but it's definitely fun little new car. Handles around corners really good, which Infiniti has not lacked with. And for a crossover, it's pretty good. There's barely any sway when you're going around corners like that. Alright guys, so this is the QX30. It's a new model. 2018. They started it in 2017, so this is the second model year. It's pretty nice, man. Like I said, I mean, if it's not for the logo in here, I would almost feel like I'm inside a Mercedes. So I'm gonna show you around here, show you what we got, okay? So this is basically what it looks like, guys. QX30 2-liter turbo. Produces 208 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. It's a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which shifts pretty decent. It's not bad at all. Got the signature LED daytime running lights. And it's got the xenon high intensity lights here. You got sensors around it. That's the sensors you're looking at. So it's got close proximity sensors, and you know, if you have the advanced cruise control system, you'll have that. We're gonna go in here. To open it, you can just reach out. So it's traditional, reach out underneath and then open it. That's the rear view camera right here. And this is the trunk. I mean, it's not bad at all. It's pretty nice, practical, you know, decent size. You got your pass over right here, so you know, if you lock yourself in, you can easily maybe try and access it from here. You might need a smaller person, or you can maybe reach out and fold the back seat from here to access the door so you can open it. I need to find out if it has an anti-self-locking system, so where it prevents you from locking your keys in. Other than that, you can use this for, you know, packing stuff, like for storage. So you know, if you you know, have golf clubs or something like that, maybe you can you know, put them in there to have a pass-through, or if you have your small 2x4s, you can fit them in there as well. So this is your privacy panel right here, slash sunblock. So it keeps your groceries from frying out once you have groceries in the trunk, because it covers the rear mirror here and it keeps the sun from coming in directly. Nothing here, there's no power lift gate, okay, so it's just a lock, but you have the handle here so you can pull down to close the door versus reaching out here, which is pretty good. So it reserves your paint on this side because people would have like their nail marks and stuff like that in here. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna take this out, show you how to take that out. So there's a little string here, you just unlatch it, unhook it rather, right there, that folds down. This is typically what it looks like when the lid is closed. Okay, and then to pull it out, what you do is you just pull it straight out, and this is what it looks like right here. All right, and then to fold the seats, okay, these are flat load seats, so you can fold them by reaching out to that handle right there. There's a little lever, just pull it and then fold it straight forward. Now as you can see, we might have to pull that seat forward a little bit. So this is the space you get with the seats fold down, guys. That's pretty decent size. I mean, so this is your cargo space right here. I mean, you can make trips to the Home Depot, fit in a couple mulch bags and 2x4s. I would recommend, you know, putting a cover or purchasing one of those car covers though, to make sure your seats are looking good. Nothing really to here. This is just for the text right here, guys, but it's your electrical components right here that you can access if you do your thing yourself, but mostly if it's under warranty, you would let the tech worry about that. And then to put it back, you just snap it. You got a 12-volt right here. It's a max 15 amp. Okay, you just lift that latch and that goes in right there. These are your tie downs. Okay, so again, if you want to make quick trips to the utility store or something, you know, you can tie stuff down here to secure them. Now to put the seats back up, might have to reach out to the seats over there. Let's see what's underneath here. Of course, if you get it, you get your owner's manual, first aid kit. So this floor mat right here, which is an Infinity floor mat for the trunk, so you can lift that up. It would let you access storage underneath, so you can just lift this, and that would be, you know, like your tools right there. This is the Bose subwoofer right here, which is basically, you know, pretty nice. It's pretty nice for a stock speaker system, and of course Bose is pretty good as well, you know, so it gives you a pretty decent surround sound system. And watch out for this, the seat belt comes out of place, so you want to latch it over here so that way you don't snap the seat on it. Now when it's not snapped all the way, it's not secured, this red thing will show, so you want to make sure that that disappears. Okay, and that shows that the seat is securely placed. And then to put the latch back, you just line this area right here, this hook. Okay, and then let me see if I could do it with one hand and holding the camera on another. There we go, and you just push it in, it snaps as you're seeing, and then you pull the string up, hook it up here, and then pull the other one up and hook it right here. All right, so that's how you secure the bag. Okay, so we close this, guys. Here you got a nice shark fin antenna. You got your roof rails, which also comes standard. This has got the panoramic moonroof. It's pretty nice, pretty rather small door, but it's okay for the size. You got your child safety lock right here on the side of the door. So this is the door, and it's gonna be on the side, just right underneath the locks area. Okay, your gas tank. So to open it, you just push in while the vehicle is unlocked. It's gonna open. And this gas tank right here, you have to put premium gas in it, okay, just like the other Infinity models. Pretty nice design. So when you close this kind of like the design you get. It's pretty nice. All right, let's check the back seat. Here you got some child lock systems right here, you know, for child seats. You can fold this thing right here, and it gives you some cup holders. So you just, when you fold it, you just press in. When you depress, it pops out and it gives you 2 cup holders right there. Okay, talking of cup holders, you got some space right here to put some smaller cups, not a whole lot. You got your window control system right here, large. That's not real aluminum. Okay, you got your nets right here for the rear storage. It's pretty small space. Okay, so I'm 6 foot. If you have another 6 foot in front of you, you might be cramped here a little bit, but with the sunroof, it helps. So for people who are a little claustrophobic, it helps you a little bit. You got rear vents right here that you can control, 2 rear vents. You got your 12 volt right here. Okay, that's about it here. It's not a whole lot. It's not individual lights, but that's understandable. It's a very small car, so You don't need individual side lights. One thing I noticed that's pretty impressive, they got a microphone right here too, so if you get making speaker calls and group calls, you can talk to people. So you got your oh crap handles right here, as they call it. You got your coat or jacket hangers right there. You can adjust the seat belt height from here, so you just press this down and then you lift up or down. It's all the way up, by the way. The headrest is also adjustable, so it's got 8-way seats. So you press this little thing right here, little button, and then it goes up or down like that, slides forward or backwards. And that's that. While we're here, I'm going to show you the roof here. So you got your map light right there. I wish they are LED versus you know, this light. You press that, and this is the interior light to have them on all the time. Or if you want to have it by the door, you just have it in the middle where it's flat, or if you press this, that turns them off. And then you got your side passenger map light, you got your microphone right here, of course the sun visors, and even the driver's got a oh crap handle, which is pretty interesting, but hey, I guess can't complain. You got automatic dim rear view mirrors with the garage door openers, the universal garage door openers, which is also standard. It's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm gonna go in the front right there and show you the rest of it. This is basically your cockpit right here. This is what you're looking at. It's pretty nice. It's got a Mercedes traditional lock right here, so it doesn't go all the way, so you still think it's unlocked, but it's actually locked. It just pushes in or out. Okay. Got comfort access system. You can also manually lock the doors, and then you just pull. This is pretty useful because a lot of them you have to push like the older ones, but when it's really cold or there's snow, it might freeze up, so it's good that you get the one that you pull. Okay, the side mirrors as well are automatically dimmed, so if you have brights behind you or some idiots driving behind you, it automatically dims those mirrors. Alright, so right here is, you know, the controls. This is unlike Infiniti at all. Definitely proves that this is a Mercedes built car. So the seat controls are on the door, and it basically takes the shape of a seat. Okay, so this right here is non-functional. That would be your headrest, but it's non-functional, so it's fake. But this is functional, so you can twist this. Okay, as you can see, if I twist it, it changes that, the seat. So that's the backrest, right? And then the base, so I can go up by pressing this up like this, that goes up. If I press it down, that goes down. You can see the seats going down. And then this is by the lap area, so you just push it up and that goes up and down. I like this idea of Mercedes seat control because it just basically looks like the seat, and you just have to reach out to what area puts it up or down. Alright, so this right here, guys, is the pretty standard Infiniti steering wheel. So on here you got your navigators with a screen in the front. So basically if you go up or down, you can control what you're viewing, or sideways basically will take you from one setting to another. Okay, and it even shows you, like, it's got a inbuilt compass, which I really like because it shows you what direction you're headed. It'd be nice if it was on the rear view here, so it's always there, but it's okay, I guess, right? On here it would show you what transmission mode you're on, so if you're in park, drive, neutral, or reverse. You got your tachometer right here, engine temperature, gas gauge. It would show you what area your gas tank is located, and then you have your speedometer by miles per hour because we're in the US. Down here you have your headlights, so you got your front fog lights, rear fog lights. You have your headlight knob, so it's on automatic, which I always like to leave mine. You can have it on park lights, so if you're parking, and which is required by law in certain countries. And then you have always on. Okay, steering wheel adjustment, so it's underneath the steering wheel, just almost directly underneath it. So you can just unlatch this lever, and then you pull up or down. Just remember to lock it when you're ready. It's safer. Your cruise control is pretty standard Mercedes. So it's underneath your turn signal lever. It's right here. Okay, let's see if I can zoom the camera on it. There we go. So you can accelerate, decelerate right here, and then you can set it by pushing it away. and cancel by pushing it forward. Talking about turn signals. So you got your turn signal right here. Pretty interesting. So a lot of cars, you know, even the new ones, if you press this while the hazard light's on, you can't see any kind of indication. But with this, it will have the turn signal blink. So it's got a feature that I really like. So if you press it halfway for the lane change, it only blinks 3 times and it stops. That's really nice and useful. So when you're changing lanes on traditional cars, you have to press it all the way down, and then once you're done changing, because the steering wheel is not completely turned, it's not going to override the turn signal, so you have to go in and manually unlatch it. But with this, just having it blink 3 times would help you make quick lane changes. That's pretty cool. This is the rear wiper right here. You can change the intermittent for that. The front wiper, to turn it on, you just twist this knob right here, and then you can make it faster or slower like that. For the mist, this is weird. So if you have just like you know how you have the option to just wipe the water off of the windshield, like when you come in the morning, versus doing the mist. So if you want to just do that and just press it halfway and it wipes once. Now, but if you want to use the windshield washer, you just push it all the way down, and then you're going to see that it's going to wipe. That's how you wipe that. You got Bose 10 speaker systems, so it gives you a nice, decent Bose experience. Really nice. You got your vent right here, obviously. On here is your control. So for your mirror select, you press that, lights up, the LED red light right here, and then you can basically control with the arrows right here what direction you want the rear view mirrors to go. And then right here is the power folding mirror, so that folds the mirrors for you, and you press it again, it unfolds it. So one press folds it, and then another unfolds it. And the same for the right side, you just select the mirror right here and you use this controllers to control the mirror up or down, left, right. Okay, so the steering wheel, so you got your controls right here. This will take you back to the previous step. Okay, you got your paddle shifters. Okay, so they're directional, so you have downshift and upshift. This is powered by a 7-speed dual clutch transmission powered by Mercedes. Okay, so it's the first Infiniti line that has the dual clutch transmission, at least for the stock cars. You got your 7-inch screen right here, which is also standard, and it's controlled by this right here, this knob. So you can navigate, go on left to right by just twisting the knob, and then you can go up or down like this. If you want to select, you press the middle button, and that selects the that setting that you got highlighted for you. So you got map and voice. So if you press that, that brings you over to the map. And then when you press it again, you have the different views. So you can have a split screen view. And the way I navigate from that is just going, twisting it left or right. So you have the full view, the split view, the intersection view, and then you have the turn list on the side. So we'll show you what each of those look like. So if you do the full view, which is what we're on now, you're gonna have this view, okay? So we'll press map one more time, and then the split view looks like this. Okay, so it will show you a turn, immediate turn, and stuff like that. A lot of times I usually use the intersection view. And it says selected view map will be shown during route guidance, which is so it would be on default by full view, and then when you're using turn by turns, it will show you the split view. So you got your turn view right here. Okay, turn list. Okay, so that would also be displayed while you're driving. Okay, and where am I basically shows you your current location, turn by turn, and eco drive report. Basically gives you a report of your eco drive. So that's the multifunctional joystick right here, guys. On here is your daytime or nighttime. So if you want to go on night view, even during the day, this is automatic. When the headlights come on, if you leave your headlights on automatic, it would automatically come on. But if during the day, if you feel like this is your preference, you can go ahead and press this, and that's gonna go on day mode for one press, and then the other will go on night mode. And as soon as you select that, it gives you an option to adjust the brightness before it disappears. So you can just use the knob, twist it to brighter or darker. Of course, this is your home menu, so this will take you to the home settings, and then you got audio right here, so this will take you to your audio options. So the audio options, you have FM, Sirius XM, AM, disc, iPod, Bluetooth. Okay, and I'll show you how to set up the Bluetooth in a little bit. So we'll go back home, press audio, so it shows you all the sources out right here. Okay, you can use the source bar or you can edit the source as well. Basically, if you edit the source, you can choose where you want it, what position you want it, if you want it forward or back. Okay, so to go back, you just press the home button right here. So this steering wheel control only controls this right here. Unlike other Infinitis like the FX35, it will control even the screen. But this right here only controls this screen in front of you. Okay, so this is your navigation, which we just covered. Next is your phone calls. So there's no phones connected. I'll show you how to connect the phones. So if it's your first time connecting a phone, all you have to do is when it says no phone connected, you hit OK, and then you can hit add new. And right now it's looking for your device, so you go to your phone settings, Bluetooth, and then you look for the phone, and then boom, you're connected. Okay, default pin is 4 zeros, but we're not setting a phone yet, so but that's how you go about it to set a phone. Next is your information. So if you hit that, it will give you information about your eco report, traffic information if you have SiriusXM set up, map information, InTouch services, and SiriusXM information. So eco report, let's just pull that and see what happens here. You have your start, cruise, deceleration, and then you can go history right here, and it will show you your whole report right there. Traffic information, of course, map information, InTouch services, we'll click that. InTouch services, basically you can connect to the voice menu, you can check your schedule, mobile info services, you can sync all feeds, connected search, send to car, you can do a journey planner right here. Okay, basically would get you through, but you have to have that set up. And then you have your history right here. Okay, but you get the idea. This is how you navigate through it, and this is the settings. Okay, so on settings, we're gonna show you things you can access with the settings right here. Send this right here. Okay, so the very first settings is Bluetooth, which is where you add your your devices. So you can connect a device, you can add up to 5, you can select the phone. So here would bring you to that previous menu that I showed you. You can select audio device. Okay, there you would add it as well. So if you have a iPod or something, it's not a phone, you can select it. And then you have Bluetooth information. So here you can change your access pin and the Bluetooth name. Instead of my car, you can call it my QX30 or whatever name you desire. Next is your phone and mail, so you can connect to device, and it will show you basically with your phone and mails basically on there. And then navigation, so you can do your navigation settings. Then you can do the map and display view. You can do the map preferences right here. So map view, long range, heading up. Okay, you have your map color, so you can change your map color right here. So you can do emphasis road, emphasis phone, traffic jams, and stuff like that. So you can choose how you want your map to view. Map text size, so if your eyesight is not as great, you can do large, medium, or small. Okay, on the map you can do auto up north, so that's if you want it to face north all the time. You can show freeway exits if you want as well, so we'll go ahead and show that. Automatic display freeway mode, we can leave that on automatic. Name displayed on maps, you can do a left split map settings right here, so it would show you the left split. And you can do long range driving directions on. All right, so moving forward, you have your point of interest icon display. So POI basically means point of interest. So if we press this right here, you can check that. So it would automatically basically display these points of interest on the map. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, guidance preference, so you can do voice guidance, or you can turn it off if you don't want to. You can add the volume of the voice guidance right here. You can do the get into more voice guidance settings. So if you want turn point, simple guide, normal guide, or full guide. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So you can change that. So we'll go with full guide. Basically, it will show you the whole. It will tell you every single turn. And you got traffic announcements. So if you have SiriusXM set up, it will give you the lifetime traffic update. Arrival time format. So you can do estimated time or trip time remaining. So estimated time of arrival is pretty cool. So I'll leave it on that. Estimated time, so you can do destination or waypoint. So destination makes more sense. I'll leave it on that one. You can set average speed. So it goes by automatic, so basically it picks up your speed, the highway you're on. Or if you turn off automatic, you can set standard speed you want to drive on the highways, main roads, and you name it basically. auto reroute. So if you miss your exit, you can set to automatically reroute. Makes sense. I'll leave it on that. Route search criteria. So if you search for routes, you can choose the criteria if you want the fastest route, energy saving route, or shortest distance. Shortest distance, just be warned, usually will take you to back roads and stuff like that. And then you can get into more route preferences right here. This is where you would change if you don't want toll roads, or if you want to minimize them. You can use time restricted areas. You can use real-time traffic information on. Avoid area settings. You can choose to avoid ferries, or you can have them on. You can use learn routes. So if you go on, like if you know where you're going and then you have the GPS on anyway and you use short roads, it will learn that for next routes. You can use HOV lanes, or you can turn it off. So if you drive alone, a lot of times I recommend this one turned off. Automatic reroutes here again, you know, it's the second spot we have it where we can have it on or off. All right. And then traffic information settings. So you can use traffic information, incidents on map, show traffic icons, and you can activate traffic announcements. So again, this is the second spot we can set that. It was on different settings also. So you can do safety guides. So it will show you the speed limit info. And then you can edit or delete locations, stored routes, avoid areas. So you can add that, you know, you can manually avoid areas. So you can delete stored route. Basically, if you learn the route, you can delete it. You can transfer your address book from a USB, okay? So from and to USB right there. Okay, pretty useful. And then you have other settings right here. So here will be your small step zoom with dial, which is on. So basically when you twist the knob, it will zoom in or out. You have your map scrolling options right here. Okay, you can customize nearby places right here. So you can basically, if you visit restaurants more often, so you probably have that on number 1, gas station 2, and then you can change those settings right here. Okay, or you can restore the default settings. Tracking dots displayed on maps, so you can show that here on or off. Okay, distance between tracking dots, and you can adjust current locations as well. So if you didn't get your current locations to the T, you can basically zoom in or slide over by just twisting the knob, because it's a multifunctional knob, so you can twist it sideways like this and it would adjust. So that's settings, guys. On here you have your CD, and this is where you eject your CD. This is where you seek for radio stations. This is the hotkey for the radio. You can check your status here, so it will show you, like, you know, your air conditioning. If you hit status for the second time, it basically gives you a little compass right here, shows you what direction you're pointing at. Okay, so media, so you can go back to your source on the steering wheel, so you can go up or down to reduce the volume. And you could receive calls from here. When the calls coming through, it will come through the screen, and you can accept here or cancel. You got voice command.
You can interrupt voice prompts and speak a command immediately by pushing the talk switch. Please say or select a command.
And then these are your commands right here. So you got phone, navigation, audio, and informations, basically. All right, and then we'll just hit it again to cancel. Right there. So you got your emergency button, so if you can call SOS for that. Sunroof control is right underneath here, so you press it, you hold it down, that would close the shade right there. It's not automatic, so it's not auto, you gotta keep holding it down. And this sunroof is stationary, so it doesn't open for this car. It stays stationary, so you just have it for a moonroof or sunroof. Okay, you got your airbags, side curtain airbags right there, glove compartment. Not a whole lot to it. Down here you have your dual climate control, so you can choose, you know, what temperature or how hot or cold you want it to blow on one area. You can also have it on sync. So zone basically is the same as sync. So if you hit zone right here, when it's off, basically you can sync both of them at the same time, so both areas. So you can see now it's 76 on each side, but when I hit the zone button is lit up, means it's deactivated, so I can only control just one side right here. You can see that's 79, the other one is 77, which is pretty useful for a day like today. So dual climate control, that's how you set that. And it tells you that's hot and that's cold. You got your max defrost right here. This is fan speed control. You have your mode right here, so if you press this mode, it will show you what direction is blowing, and you just keep pressing it and looking at what direction you desire. And then if you want recirculate, you just press that And when it's on, it basically recirculates the air. Pretty useful, like if you have a lot of dust or smoke in front of you while you're driving, just do that, and it tries to block as much as possible. So you have mode up or down. So this is basically, you keep pressing it and it will show you what directions you want. And then the fan speed as well, you have low fan, high speed, so it controls that right there. And then the rear defrost is right underneath right here. So you press that, that activates the rear defrost. You have AC right here located. You press this, it goes on that, and then you can have it on automatic if you want. And then I'll have the zone activated. It's gonna sync that. Okay. And then if you want max AC, so when it's super hot, you want to have it on max AC. That's where it's gonna be at. On here is your heated seats. So if you press it once, just like the standard, on high, medium, low, and off. Okay, so this is where your hazard lights located, or your four-way lights. This is your automatic shut off. So this has got the ecosystem. When you come to a complete stop, your foot is on the brake. Certain things are met in the car, like the temperature and stuff like that, would shoot off the engine. And you know, once you let go of the brake or start letting go of the brake, it cuts back on. So it saves you gas. Basically, instead of idling on one of those long lights, you can basically save gas while you're at it. And then also it's better for the environment as well. So you got your park distance sensors right here. So if it's lit up, it means it's off. When it's on, off like that, it means it's on. So it's kind of like the flip side. And you got your passenger side heated seats. There are no air conditioning seats, which kind of sucks for a $40,000 car, but it is what it is. It's not on here. In here you have your point box, or you know, whatever you want to use it for. And then you got two USBs, which is pretty nice. They give you two USB connectors to play music from and charge. This is your shifter. Okay, so with your foot on the brake, you can do that, and that drives the D lit up for drive. That's reverse, and that's neutral. Okay, it's kind of sensitive, so you gotta go like that once, like without having to press hard, and then to go on neutral. And this is park, so when you come in, you have to remember to keep pressing this, to press this. And when the P lids up right here, it means it's parked. Okay, so that's how you change the shifter. And once you're on drive, you can do manual, sport, or eco shift right here. So you can have it on sport, and it changes right. It would not show you any indication right here. It will show you in front of you right there. So if you press it once, it goes on eco drive 1, sport drive 1, and then basically you can shift right here manually if you want as well. Okay, we're not moving, so it's not gonna shift. Okay, and you got two cup holders right here, two tiny cup holders. Like I said earlier, this is your multifunctional joystick right here. Home, audio, map, return, and daytime or nighttime. And your armrest, there's a little latch underneath here. You just press it and it goes up like that. And then this is the inside of your armrest. So you got another 12 volt right there. And then underneath here you have your SD card slot right there. This is the key fob. It's pretty Mercedes, isn't it? It's basically Mercedes with a Infinity logo. You got your panic button right here, lock, unlock. Difference is though, you don't have to put this key anywhere. It just looks like a key, but this is the start button right here. So with your foot on the brake, you just press it and it turns on or off. Alright guys, so to access the engine compartment, reach underneath right there, there's a red lever. So you just pull it up once. You're gonna hear a click, and then this pops out a little bit. So we go reach out underneath right here. There's a little lock, look for it, and then you slide it to the left. Okay, that opens the engine. Pretty compact. This is your 2-liter turbo right here. I wish that this stays, but it's not hydraulic, so you're gonna have to watch out for this stopper right here to hold the lid, because it doesn't stay on like other Infinities do. So it's a transverse engine, meaning that the transmission is on here on this side to the right instead of underneath the cockpit like the traditional cars. But that's very good for handling, better handling. But this is your engine right here, guys. And like I was showing you earlier, you got your LED signature daytime running lights right there. You got fog lights and some aerodynamics right there. Not a whole lot. Okay, 18-inch wheels, standard. Okay.